Now we will study few terms, few important terms we can say. The first one, what is humidity? Humidity means the quantity of water vapor present in the atmosphere. So what is meant by humidity? Quantity of moisture or water vapor present in the atmosphere. Next one, when we can say that air is saturated with water vapor. Now, if there is a specific volume of air as well as a given temperature. Suppose we can say that if the temperature is 40 degrees Celsius and volume of the air 1 kilogram. So we can say that 40 degrees Celsius is the temperature, 1 kilogram is the volume of the air. In that 49 grams of vapor can be present. Temperature, if temperature is 40 degrees Celsius, then if there is 1 kilogram of dry air we can say, in that 49 grams of water vapor can be able to occupy. Then we can say that such a way 40 degrees Celsius temperature is there, 1 kilogram of dry air is there, 1 kilogram dry air is there, then in that 49 grams of water vapor is there. Then we can say that this is air is saturated with the water vapor. Then we can say that air is saturated with water vapor. Now, if temperature of the atmosphere is 20 degrees Celsius, you all know temperature of the atmosphere varies. It never remains constant. Here now 40 degrees Celsius temperature during summer season we can say. So during that particular time the air is having maximum capacity to hold the water vapor. At the same time when temperature level is 20 degrees Celsius, then that particular time if there is 1 kilogram volume of dry air, then it can hold maximum 14.7 grams of water vapor. Here also this much water vapor it can hold. Here also we can say that this much quantities of water vapor it can hold. Then we can say that air is, if this much quantity 20 degrees Celsius temperature is there, 1 kilogram of dry air is there, then in that if there is 14.7 grams of water vapor is there, again we can say that air is saturated with water vapor. With the water vapor. So from this we can understand that the air or given volume of air has some limit to hold maximum quantity of water vapor. Beyond that, if more than this water vapor is present in this volume of air, then we can say that the excess of water vapor changes to water droplets. Here now temperature is very less, volume of the air constant same, then it can hold a maximum 14.7 grams of water vapor. Beyond that if it is there, there will be condensation, then the excess of water vapor how much is there, that it transforms to water droplets. When water droplets will form, that is known as condensation process. So the air can hold a maximum quantity of water or water vapor. Beyond that if it is there, there will be condensation. Now maximum how much water it can hold, that much water vapor is there, then we can say that air is saturated with the water vapor. If less than that water vapor, air can hold, a limit is there. Less than that, if water vapor is there in the given volume of air, then we can say that is air is unsaturated with the water vapor. Now we can say that what is meant by dew point. Dew point means the maximum quantity of water vapor can hold by the air if the air is saturated with the water vapor. So we can say that if the given air or given volume of the air is saturated with the water vapor at the given temperature, then we can say that that is dew point. So here we can see that now at 40 degrees Celsius, 1 kilogram volume of the air is there. In that maximum this much quantity of water can hold. So we said that this is air is saturated with the water vapor. So in a given volume of air at the given temperature, if the air is saturated with water vapor, then we can say that that is dew point. Now we are studying what is meant by relative humidity. Relative humidity means what? It is a ratio. Ratio of actual quantity of water vapor required to saturate the given volume of air at a particular temperature to that mass of the vapor required to saturate it. Then we can say that that is relative humidity. So once again, what is meant by relative humidity? Relative humidity is the actual mass of the ratio means we have to divide such a way. Ratio of actual mass of water vapor present in the given volume of air at a particular temperature to that mass of the water vapor required to saturate it. Then we can say that that is relative humidity. What is meant by percentage relative humidity? Percentage relative humidity means the same definition. That is ratio of actual quantity of water vapor required to saturate the given volume of air at a particular temperature to that mass of vapor required to saturate it into 100 will be there. Then we can say that percentage humidity. Now here we are studying what is absolute humidity. Absolute humidity is a measure. We can say that it is a physical measure or physical quantity we can say, which is used to find out the quantity of vapor present. Vapor means the quantity of water vapor present in the atmosphere. So for measuring the quantity of water vapor present in the atmosphere, we are using a measure that is known as absolute humidity. At dew point, relative humidity will be 100%. Now, if relative humidity is more than 60%, then we can say that air is humid, or we can say that moist atmosphere will be there, or humid weather will be there. Now, if the relative humidity is less than 60%, then we can say that air is dry. So here, if the relative humidity is 100%, we can say that that is dew point. At dew point we can say, at dew point relative humidity will be 100%. More than 60%, if relative humidity is there, here title I am writing relative humidity. Now, if the relative humidity is more than 60%, then we can say that atmosphere will be humid, or we will have humid weather. So we can say that very moist condition, atmosphere will be having more and more moisture. So we can say that that is humid weather. If relative humidity is more than 60%, then we will feel there is humid weather. Now, if relative humidity is less than 60%, we will feel that air is dry. So here now, at 100%, if relative humidity is there, humidity is 100%, then we will feel that that is dew point. Less than 60%, we will feel air is dry. more than 60%, we will feel air is humid. Now we will study units of heat. There are two types of heat is there. Two types of units of heat. One is known as calorie. The other one is known as kilocalorie. Now, so here units of heat, there are two types of unit of heat is there. One is calorie, the other one is known as kilocalorie. Now what is meant by calorie? Calorie is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degree Celsius. So here when we study about calorie, we have to take 1 gram of water. We are taking 1 gram of water. Now for increasing its temperature, so for that we have to heat it. So for that how much heat is required? So once again we will study the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius, that is from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius. This range is fixed range. We cannot use any other degree Celsius here. Why? If we take any other degree Celsius, any other temperature, suppose if you are taking 41.5 degrees Celsius to 42.5 degrees Celsius, like that way different temperature if we take, the heat requirement for increasing its temperature won't be constant. Because of that, here heat requirement will be different for increasing the temperature from 14.5 to 42.5 degrees Celsius or any other temperature. So here means this temperature we have to take a constant temperature. Other temperature if we are considering, then heat requirement won't remain constant. So once again we will study what is calorie. Calorie means the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius. Now here again kilocalorie. Kilocalorie, same way only we have to define. Here gram is there, kilogram will be there. So once again we will study what is kilocalorie. The amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water. Here gram changed, kilogram became 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degree Celsius. So once again, what is kilocalorie? The amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram water by 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degree Celsius. Now we will study specific heat capacity of different substances. Now, what is specific heat capacity? Specific heat capacity means heat absorbing capacity of different substances are different. With the help of 3 substances we will study. Here now I am keeping a wax piece. It is a wax piece it is. Now here I am taking 3 metals. One metal is iron, other metal is copper, the other metal, that is lead. Now I am saying you, here three metals are taken, their heat absorbing ability is different. Here iron has heat absorbing power is more. Heat absorbing power of iron more, so we can say that its specific heat capacity is more. Heat capacity is more. Now here in case of copper, its heat absorbing power is little less, so we can say that specific heat capacity less. Here we can say that this is heat absorbing power. In case of iron, heat absorbing power more. In case of copper, heat absorbing power less. As a result of it, specific heat capacity of copper is less. In case of lead, heat absorbing power is very less. As a result of it, we can say that specific heat capacity of lead is very less. So what is meant by specific heat capacity of a substance? Specific heat capacity of a substance is the heat absorbing power of that substance. For that, for showing that, here I taken one wax block, I can say wax piece or wax block I taken. Now I kept one container, one beaker. In that I boiled the water. Once the water boiled, its temperature became 100 degrees Celsius. Now in that I put three bowls. One is of iron, one is of copper, one is of lead. Here I put iron. So one beaker, in that water taken. In that I put three bowls. One is of iron, one is of copper, and one is of lead. Then continuously boiled 15 minutes time. I boiled the bowls inside this water. Boiling temperature of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Continuously 15 minutes or more than that I boiled. After that, one bowl I taken and put it on this wax. Iron I put it. So you can find that iron passed more distances. Then we can say that here iron came and fallen. So we can say that through here, with the help of iron, the wax melted. Then afterwards it gone more deeper till this much. We can find that here all wax in the molten condition we can see. Now here when I put copper, it is gone little less distance, it could melt. Compared to iron, it could melt a little less wax. Now when we put lead, we can find that it could melt very less wax. So from this we can understand why here so much wax melted, because heat absorbed by the iron is more. Because of that it could melt more wax. It could melt more wax. We can say that iron could melt more wax. Why? Because it absorbed more heat from this water. But when we put copper here, then it could, this is copper. So I am writing here copper. Copper could melt less wax. When we put lead, we can say that lead could melt very less wax. So from this we can understand that iron having more absorbing power of heat. So we can say that specific heat capacity of iron is more. Now in case of copper, its heat absorbing power is little less compared to the iron. When we study about lead, its heat absorbing power is very less compared to iron. So from these three examples, we can say that specific heat capacity of iron is high, here medium, here very least. What is heat exchange? Heat exchange we will study with the help of an example. Heat exchange. Heat exchange is a principle. So we can say that what is the principle of heat exchange. For that one example I am showing you. Here two bodies I am keeping. This is the first body, this is the second body, this is the hot body, this is the cold body. If we keep a hot body near or touching to a cold body, what will happen? The hotness will flow from this hot body to the cold body. From this we will get a principle. What is principle of heat exchange? Principle of heat exchange is equal to heat energy lost by hot body is equal to heat energy gained by a cold body. So here now what is the principle of heat exchange? Principle of heat exchange is the heat energy lost by the hot body is equal to heat energy gained by the cold body. Now one more thing, till how much time this heat energy will be flow from hot body to cold body? Till both of them are getting equal heat. So from this we are getting a principle. What is principle of heat exchange? Principle of heat exchange is that the heat energy lost by hot body is equal to heat energy gained by cold body. Thank you.